What's going on, guys? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day today. And today I want to talk about Airbnb. It was a great trade. It lasted maybe 5 minutes and it just really took off and gave profits really quickly. But I wanted to talk about the reason why it did what it did, how you guys can kind of get involved with this. It's more of an opening drive trade essentially, where we get involved really quickly as soon as the market opens, given if the criterias are there, and Airbnb was one of them, that the criterias were there. All right, so what we're looking at on Airbnb here is that we see this essentially daily level that we have. All right, we have this 171 area that is resistance from this prior day's candle right there. All right, so we have that resistance. The day after also gave us some resistance, so we're keeping an eye on this 171 level for triggers to the upside. Now if you followed me for long enough, you know that I call these areas, these pockets, where we have an area of not much selling pressure. We had to move from the highs, we sold off straight down to the lows, so it's putting in a little bit of a pocket essentially right here with not much support, which means there's going to be not much resistance. So I was keeping an eye on that, and coming into the pre-market here, we can see a few things. All right, so this is our 171 level that we have drawn, right? But in the pre-market, we're putting very little resistance, or I shouldn't say little, very light resistance at this 171.75. 172 hold number. All right, so that's the level I was looking at to get involved if market decides to come up and if we kind of hold and consolidate here. So when the market did open, I started seeing some hesitation on the sell side. More buyers were kind of stepping in. I got involved on calls on this really quickly. Why? Because I had the confidence and I knew that the daily had a pocket with not much resistance overhead to take an advantage of. All right, now with that said, early morning you can see they came in and they hammered these shorter term 185, 180 calls when this stock was trading at around 171, right? Again, these are things that I'm paying attention to. And obviously the options chain here, take a look at the first two options chain we got. We have essentially the first two here are going after the 180, 185s, and they're at April 1st, so very short-term expiries, all right? Even right here at around the next one here, 195, they're going for next week expiry. So short-term calls are there. The daily chart has room to go with not much selling pressure, and at the pre-market, we're putting in our resistance areas right here, which is very visible, and once this pre-market level is broken, we get involved and we got calls. All right, so I got involved right here on the calls here. This move took off literally in about, I think it was the total move was around 13 minutes, and it paid over 160% in options. Obviously, I scale out of this one. I got out. I usually don't stay for the whole ride. I take profits really quickly, and as should most people out there, given the market conditions. All right, so just kind of wanted to walk you through everything in regards to Airbnb, how I traded it, and hopefully you guys can kind of identify these things, use the flow, come up with these new levels, and if the stock, the daily chart has room to go, you have confidence to get involved and take that trade. All right, guys, hopefully you guys found some value in this. If you did, go ahead and like and retweet this, and I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Have yourself a wonderful day.